Most women believe success is about working harder, hustling, grinding longer hours, and pushing through burnout. But the top 1% of women, they don't just work harder, they work smarter. I've worked with dozens of women in the top 1%, and there are 5 habits that consistently show up no matter who they are. If you've ever wondered why some women seem to effortlessly rise to the top while others stay stuck, this video will show you why. By the way, if you don't know who I am, my name is Stacy Tuschl, and I've been in business for over 22 years, and my businesses generate over $10 million in annual revenue. Now, the truth is, success starts long before you ever speak. Before you ever make a single decision, send an email, walk into a meeting, people have already made judgments about you. The top 1% of women don't just work hard, they control the way they're perceived. And it all starts with how they carry themselves. The first habit is executive presence, and it's the power of showing up. Now, in case you don't know, I own 3 children's dance, music, and acting schools in Milwaukee, Wisconsin. And before I did that, I was a dancer. And sometimes I would be in a mood and I would show up in pajama pants and a big baggy sweatshirt. And I had a dance teacher say to me, "When you dress like a dancer, you'll act like one." And she was right, because when I came dressed for bed, I was tired. I wasn't performing my best. That has stuck with me as I taught other dancers and now as I teach professionals. Show up your best. And I get it. You might be working on Zoom and we can only see the top half of you. Or you might be in a profession where yoga pants are acceptable. That doesn't mean you can't be put together. Successful business owners exude confidence. They carry themselves with poise and certainty. They are polished. They dress intentionally and understand the power of presentation. A rule I recently began to follow is the 2 out of 3. So hair, makeup, cute outfit. My goal is 2 out of 3 of those are always done. Command. They speak with authority, clarity, and purpose. Now, here's a tip. If you want to elevate your executive presence, posture, eye contact, and a polished but effortless look will go a long way. An example here would be Beyonce, commanding the stage and the boardroom. Beyonce isn't just a world-class performer, she's a master of executive presence. Whether she's owning the stage at the Super Bowl, negotiating business deals, or speaking in interviews, she just radiates that confidence and power. Her confidence is in her body language. It's intentional. Her shoulders are back. Her head is high. Steady, unshakable presence, right? She's never rushing her words or her movements, making her appear even more in control. She always has a polished look about her. Even in her most casual moments, her presentation is on point. She understands that style is a statement of power. So whether it's a glamorous red carpet look or a minimalist outfit in a business meeting, she always looks the part. Her command, she speaks with precision and purpose. She rarely gives interviews, but when she does, her words are thoughtful, deliberate, and impactful. And she never feels the need to fill silence. She lets her presence do the talking. When Beyonce released her self-titled surprise album in 2013, she skipped traditional marketing and she let the work speak for itself. She did no interviews, no promotions, just pure presence and strategy. And that album sold over 800,000 copies in just 3 days. And that proves that when you carry yourself with power and certainty, people take notice. The lesson here is the top 1% of women don't just show up, they command attention with how they carry themselves, how they dress, and how they speak. When you carry yourself with confidence, people will listen even before you speak. When presence alone isn't enough. Because here's the thing, powerful women don't just show up, they surround themselves with the right people. So while most people waste years trying to figure everything out all alone, the top 1% is building networks that accelerate their success. They know the secret, right? Who you know shapes what opportunities come your way, which is why habit number 2 is the power of a strong network. They build, they don't compete. The top 1% of women don't do life alone. They build relationships that help them grow. They surround themselves with high-level people. They seek mentors, masterminds, supportive communities, and they surround themselves with people who challenge and inspire them. They lift others up. They know collaboration beats competition every time. They offer value before asking for help. And the best networks are built on giving first. Top women understand that relationships thrive when they contribute before they ever ask or request for anything. They focus on partnerships, not just competition. They understand that the best way to grow is by leveraging other people's audiences, resources, and expertise. They protect their energy. They cut out negativity and low-value relationships. Success isn't a solo sport. The top 1% know that collaborations opens up the door that competition never will. So if you're the smartest person in your circle, it's time to level up. The example I want to share is Oprah Winfrey and Gayle King. The power of strategic relationships. So Oprah's success isn't just about talent, it's about her ability to cultivate powerful relationships. From Gayle King to industry titans like Jeff Bezos, right? She surrounds herself with strategic allies who elevate her brand. So early in her career, instead of competing with other talk show hosts, she focused on building deep, authentic relationships that created opportunities for collaborations, partnerships, and new business ventures. The top 1% of women do not isolate themselves. They invest in relationships that bring mutual growth and success. Habit number 3, they never settle. Growth is a non-negotiable. The top 1% don't just want to be great moms or great CEOs or be in amazing shape. They want it all. Whatever it is they decide they are going after, they want to be the best version in every single category. They compete only with themselves. They focus on becoming better every day, not comparing themselves to others. They refuse complacency. Whether it's their relationships, health, career, mindset, they are always leveling up. Maintaining those high standards, they demand the best from themselves in all areas of life. A tip here is set personal metrics and non-negotiables just like you would in business. Ask yourself, how can I improve 1% each day? An example, Serena Williams, dominating tennis while building an empire, right? She didn't just stop at being one of the greatest athletes of all time. She continuously pushed herself to excel in multiple areas. So while competing at the highest level in tennis, she launched a fashion line. She invested in businesses and became an amazing mother. Now, even after winning 23 Grand Slam titles, she never let success make her complacent. She trained harder, adapted her game, and fought through injuries to keep growing. Now, she refused to accept the either-or mentality. She's proof that you can be a champion, a CEO, a mother, and an investor without settling in any area. The lesson here is the top 1% of women never stop striving for more. They don't let past wins make them complacent, and they challenge themselves to up-level in every aspect of life. Habit number 4, they make decisions fast. Speed over perfection. The top 1% of women don't waste time overthinking every decision. They know that momentum is more valuable than perfection, and that waiting too long can be more costly than making a mistake. They trust themselves. They rely on their intuition, past experience, and data to make informed choices quickly. They avoid decision fatigue. The more small decisions you make, the harder it becomes to make the big ones. Top women systematize their choices to reduce mental clutter. They understand that action creates clarity instead of waiting for a perfect plan, and they take action and adjust as they go. Tip here is set a time limit for making decisions. If it's a small decision, give yourself 60 seconds to choose. For a medium decision, okay, maybe the end of the day. And for major choices, aim for 72 hours max before committing. An example here, Sarah Blakely, founder of Spanx. She didn't have a fully developed product or a detailed business plan when she started, but she made fast, bold decisions that propelled her forward. So instead of waiting for perfection, she just called Neiman Marcus directly and landed a meeting to pitch her product even before she had a manufacturer sure lined up. That decision led her to her very first major retail deal. The lesson here is the top 1%, they don't wait for everything to be perfectly aligned. They take action. They trust their gut and they refine along the way. This is where we see a lot of clients struggle. They want to move fast, but they aren't confident with their decision. This is the exact type of thing we help business owners with. If you want to find out how Well-Oiled can help you streamline and scale, you can book a free 60-minute strategy call at bookwoocall.com. On that call, our goal is to get you leaving with clarity, set up the plan for the next 90 days, and know what your biggest, what we call $1 million problem is, and help you set up the plan moving forward. And habit number 5, strategic focus. They are dialed in and relentless. The top 1% of women are laser focused on their vision. They are committed. They do not get distracted by what doesn't serve their bigger goal. They're driven. They show up, stay consistent, and push through setbacks. They're relentless. When they set a goal, they don't stop until they get it. Before committing to anything, ask yourself, does this align with my bigger goal? And if it doesn't, say no. An example here is Reese Witherspoon. From actress to business mogul, Reese is a perfect example of strategic focus. She didn't just settle for being a successful actress. She built an empire by staying laser focused on the bigger vision. She actually saw a gap in the industry. And instead of waiting for Hollywood to offer her better roles, she created her own opportunities. She founded Hello Sunshine, which is a media company dedicated to producing female-driven stories. She turned books into billion-dollar deals. She strategically acquired the rights to books like Big Little Lies, Little Fires Everywhere, and then turned them into hit TV series that have dominated pop culture. She stayed committed to her vision while others doubted whether a female-focused production company could actually make it work. She stuck to her strategy. That focus paid off when Hello Sunshine sold for $900 million in 2021. Now, when Reese pitched Big Little Lies, Hollywood executives actually weren't interested. Instead of backing down, she partnered with Nicole Kidman, produced it herself, and proved the doubters wrong. The show became a massive success, has won multiple awards, and it has changed how women-led projects were viewed in Hollywood. The lesson here is the top 1% of women don't wait for opportunities, they create them. They see the long game, they stay committed, and they don't stop until they reach their goal. The women at the top, they didn't get there by accident. They built these habits. They stayed committed and played the long game. The good news, so can you.